Hi friends, welcome back to the civil engineering classes. Today we will discuss the stirrup, how it is made, where it is used and the purpose of the stirrup. This is the stirrup. It is used in columns and beams. It is used to hold the main reinforcement in the columns and beams. In the columns it is provided against the buckling, whereas in the case of beams it is provided against the deformation. Now we will calculate the cutting length of the stirrup. This is the column. The dimensions of the column is 700 by 300 mm. This is the stirrup. These are the main reinforcement. This is hook. Now we will calculate this stirrup length, that is called as the cutting length of the stirrup. First we will see the formula for cutting length of the stirrup. Cutting length of the stirrup is capital L. That is, the clear cover for the column is we are taking as 40 mm. The formula for cutting length of the stirrup is these two lengths. This is let us consider small a, that is 1 plus 1. This is taken as 2a plus. This is we are consider as a small b. This is one and this is another one. So that here it is 2b. Now we are adding the hook length, that is this hook length we are taken as a 10 dia. Here we have two hooks, this one and this one, so that we are taking as 2 into 10d. Here d is the dia of the stirrup. Generally we are making the stirrup by using the 8 mm. In this we are calculating the small a and small b values. Small a is equal to this is, here column dimensions are 700 minus this clear cover and clear cover, that is 40 plus 40, that is 80. 700 minus 80 we will get the 620 mm. This is the small a value. Now we are calculating the small b value. The width of the column is 300 mm, that is 300 minus clear cover, this is 40 mm and this is 40 mm. 40 plus 40, 80. So that 300 minus 80 we will get the 220 mm. Now hook length, that is small l 10d. 10 into dia is the 80 mm. The hook length is does not less than the 75 mm. Here we got the 80 mm, so that we are providing 80 mm hook length. Now we got small a value, b value and hook length. Substituting the values we will get the cutting length of the stirrup. 2 into small a value is 620 plus 2 into small b value is 220 plus 2 into hook length is 80. We will get the 1240 plus 2 into 220 is 440 plus 2 into 8 is 160. That we will get the got 1840 mm. We are converting into the meters, so that we get the 1.84 meters. Now by using the cutting machine we are cutting the steel bar to the 1.84 meters length. From that cutted steel bar we are making the stirrup. Knowing the stirrup cutting length, we are cutting the steel bars by using the steel cutting machine. This length is calculated by knowing the dimensions of the column or beam. After cutting this, we are making the stirrup. After making stirrup, this is looking like this. This is a column stirrup. Our column dimensions are 700 by 300 mm. This length is calculated after neglecting the clear cover. Here our column clear cover is 40 mm. From the 700 mm we are neglecting the 80 mm, so that, and this is the 300 mm. After neglecting the clear cover 80 mm, 300 minus 80, that means this is the 220 mm, and this is the bend which is of 135 degrees. This length is provided as 10 dia, that means 10 into where d is the diameter of the bar. Generally for stirrups we are using the 8 mm dia bars, that means 10 into 8, we are providing minimum of 80 mm. This is the length. This is does not less than the 75 mm. This is the stirrup making process at side. First, before doing the stirrup, we are marking these labels. This line is the length of the stirrup. This is the breadth of the stirrup. Where this mark is the bend of the stirrup. Here our bend is 80 mm, and the length of the stirrup here it is the 620 mm, whereas the breadth of the stirrup is 220 mm. Now we will see how it is made. Here steel fabrication for the beam is going on. In this, main reinforcement is properly tied to the stirrups. Stirrups are placed at intervals, that is called as spacing. Spacing is calculated while designing the structure. These are single legged stirrups. Stirrups are different types. They are single legged, double legged and four legged stirrups. These are used based on the cross sections of the beam or column, or number of reinforcement bars, and the load carrying capacity of the structure. Friends, if you like the video, please subscribe and share the video.